Do you want to stop hitting top shots just like Coach did here? Well, we're going to talk about the 4 most common reasons on why people hit top shots. So common reason number 1, people try to assist that golf ball in the air. Reason number 2, people have that golf ball positioned too far forward in their stance. Reason number 3, people stand up. And reason number 4 is people stay on their back foot too long. So Coach, reason number 1, why do people try to assist that golf ball in the air?
Yeah, I think the biggest reason why people try and assist in the air is, one, when you're watching TV, these guys hit it sky high, the ball lands on the green, stops on a dime, and for us, recreational players, it's near impossible to do that.
Yeah.
So we're trying to help lift it up. We're always taught the ball, you need to hit your irons high to spin it on the green. But I think, one thing is I have an 8-iron here, and the club already has loft on it.
Right.
It's designed to go in the air for me.
Right,
I don't need to help
exactly.
it.
So that's the solution number 1, is the club already has loft on it, right?
Yep.
We don't need to assist it in the air. It's actually the opposite, Coach. We have to swing down on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We want to see the nice full divot after.
Yeah. So Coach, reason number 2, people stand up,
Yep.
right? Coach, why do people stand up in their swing? And let's talk about our solution really quick.
Yeah, I mean, when I just topped this one, I really felt that I took it back and I got high and came out of my posture. Is really what we're talking about when we stand up, is coming out of our posture.
Yeah.
I think a big reason is, one, people aren't practicing that. It's not the sexy thing to practice.
Right.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But it's a fundamental of the game. I think another reason is, they're really trying to rear back and power up their swing and hit it and make it go as far as they can, which, it's kind of funny. Standing up in your backswing will make it go shorter.
Right, exactly.
So I think a big solution, you told me this a little while ago, is the airplane drill, I think
Yeah.
you called it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's show them this airplane drill really
Yeah.
quick. So what we're gonna do, you don't even need a club for this. Coach is going to be facing you, and I'm gonna be kind of the opposite, kind of facing Coach here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up like we're gonna hit a shot here, all right? We're gonna have our hands together, and then what you're gonna do when you go in your backswing, what you wanna do is you wanna take your trail hand and you wanna try to reach it as high up by keeping your lead hand reaching as far down to the ground as possible, right? Now when we do this, we don't wanna lean our shoulder down or our body down, and we also don't wanna see ourselves lift up and get out of posture, right? So if we do this properly, what you're gonna notice is you're almost gonna have a stretch here. And then when we go through, what you wanna do is you just wanna transition to the opposite end, right? So our back was facing the target, and now our chest is gonna face the target. And that's all you wanna do. Kind of staying in that posture. We can also call this swinging around your spine here, right?
Yep.
Coach, can you feel the difference in the swing there?
Yeah, I can definitely feel a big difference. I felt like I'm keeping my shoulders and my chest in posture. I think
Yeah.
this is a really good one too when you're practicing at home. Just if you have a mirror in your bathroom or a full-length mirror, it's a really good one. You can see yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to see if you're doing it correctly or if you're doing it incorrectly.
Most definitely. Well, Coach, those are our 2 things that are not needing a golf ball to practice, right? The loft, because the club already has it, and then our airplane drill that you can work on at home. Now we're going to go into the 2 things that we see people at the golf course that they can work at and keep improving. So the golf ball position.
Sure.
When we see amateurs or even some really advanced players start topping their shots, we notice that that golf ball is positioned a little too far forward in their stance. So just like we did before, Coach, you're going to be facing the camera here, and I want you to kind of show them where too far forward is in your posture.
Yeah, so for me, too far forward with this club, mid-iron, I have an 8-iron here, is going to be anything closer to my trail foot that's past the midpoint, kind of midpoint of my chest, anything in front of that.
So closer to your lead foot here,
Yeah,
right?
sorry, closer to my
your
lead
lead foot. Very nice, yeah. So anything that is really close to that lead foot
Yep.
is going to be too far forward. right? So a lot of people can't really tell where that is, all right? So what we like to do is, we don't have an alignment stick here because some people don't, so we're gonna utilize our club. So what we do is we're gonna put this club just right in line with this golf ball. And as you can notice here on this video, that Coach's foot, lead foot, is closer to this club shaft than his trail foot. Now with an 8 iron, we want that to be in the middle of our stance. So now you can notice there is equal distance in each foot to that club shaft. Now Coach, why is that so important?
Yeah, it's really important. You know, when you're swinging the golf club, you swing it on an arc.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it in a second, but you want to hit the ball before the low point of your arc.
Yeah.
And so when you have it too far forward, what happens? The club is coming down, 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 down. You have it too far forward, and you catch it on the upsweep.
On the upsweep, right? So it's going to hit the bottom of that club, and that's why a lot of people feel their hands start to kind of sting a little bit, right?
Kind of vibrate.
Yeah. So Coach, why don't we hit a shot, one that is really good position in the middle of your stance, and then one that is maybe too far forward?
Sure.
So coach us through this.
Yeah, so I'm going to take one middle of my stance. I'm going to go for this flag over here, and I'm really going to feel like I'm keeping my posture throughout.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a low launcher. Maybe we didn't see the divot there, but that's all right, because as Tiger Woods always said, when he striked that golf ball the best, he didn't see a single divot.
Yeah. Let me get one more here for
Let's
those folks
see
at
one
home.
more. So now we're going to put this one a little bit further back in your stance this time.
Yep.
So let's scoot our stance just a little forward. There you go. There we go. So just as we talked earlier, right? The club has loft, right?
Yep.
That club went down into the ground, and when that club struck that golf ball, let me see that really quick.
Yep.
The golf ball then rose up the club and launched up. Whereas before, when you hit this in the middle of the golf ball,
Can't rise up.
it just goes down, or it
Yep.
goes just straight forward, right? Same
Yep.
level. So that's really good. So the key thing for that is, if you're topping your drives, your irons, your wedges, your hybrids, whatever club you're topping, figure out where your ball position is with an alignment stick, with a club that you have. You don't have to have all that equipment
Yep.
to be able to tell where your ball position is.
Yeah. Use what you have.
Yeah, exactly. Now the last thing we're going to talk about is people staying on their trail foot for too long, or even finishing on their trail foot. Now Coach, why is that a problem?
I think it's a problem. It's kind of two-folded. You know, it goes back to one, people standing up and getting out of their posture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're swinging this club, it's very rare you see someone stand up and go towards the target.
Yeah.
They're really standing up and putting their weight back, trying to, like we talked about, gain power, rear back on it. And they're staying back, all their weight's on their lead foot. They're out of posture. And when you're back here, it's so hard to transition back to your lead foot and swing through and turn the club.
Yeah,
You have to
most
be
definitely.
really athletic to do that, and I don't think either of us can do it.
No, exactly, right? And when you stay on that trail foot, only bad things can happen.
Yep.
Right? So Coach, why don't we talk about really quick how to properly transition? So why don't we set up towards the camera here?
Sure.
And we'll set up to a golf ball. We're not going to hit the golf ball, but we're going to set up to this golf ball. And I want you to set up with the golf ball in the middle of your stance here,
Yep.
normal stance and everything. And I want you to transition back like you would normally. And I want you to stop. Really good. Now the first thing you want to feel from here is you want to feel like you almost push into that lead toe right there, okay? That is your first transition. So you have about 60% of your weight on your trail foot, and then you're going to transfer that 60% kind of a step right into that lead foot there on your toes. Almost called squashing the bug is what we used to call it, right?
Yep.
And so we're going to squash that bug right as the first kind of move down, all right? Really good. And then from there, Coach, all you got to do is just turn through.
Yep.
Right? So Coach, what we're going to do now is we are going to set up to this golf ball, and we're going to hit 2 different shots again.
Sure.
First shot I want you to do is I want you to stay on that back foot and almost finish like your chest is pointing towards the sky and everything, trying to assist it up in the air.
Yep.
And let's see the result here.
All right. Perfect.
over exaggerate it here for the
Yeah.
people at home. Look at that, right? As we saw right at the beginning, a topped shot, you fell back, it has no power, and it went
Yeah.
nowhere, right?
I have no chance to get that up in the air.
And
Yeah.
Coach, I'm sure that doesn't feel good either.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So now, Coach, we're gonna do this where you're transitioning properly now, right? We're gonna have our weight on our back foot, kind of stomp that bug, and then swing through normal.
Yeah. And when we did that, where we, did the drill of squish the bug, I really was able to feel it in my big toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a feel player, and that's one feeling for me I was able to really get.
Really nice. That was an amazing shot. Went really nice height. And it just shows how important transitioning your weight from your trail side to your lead side is during that downswing, right?
Yep.
And as we see so many players do, they leave it back there instead of just transition it forward right away,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. And one drill, another drill that I always learned here, if I could see a golf ball.
Yeah, most definitely. We're just
And,
loading them up with drills today, Coach.
If you can't stop top of the lot for this, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
pick up a different sport.
maybe a different sport for them.
And so I think this one goes back to Tom Watson.
Yeah.
But what you're going to do is come back in your normal stance. You're going to bring the club back, and as you do it, bring your lead foot back to your trail foot.
Yeah.
And then you're going to step through and swing, and you have to finish on your front side when
Let's
you do
see it,
this.
Coach.
Let's see it. And so I topped it there, but look, all my weight's forward. We're not looking for results of how we hit it here. We're just looking to get that motion, transition your weight to your front side.
Yeah, Coach, let's try one more time.
Yep.
And what I want you to really do, Coach, is I want your feet to start together on this.
Yeah.
So
let's do
have
it.
your feet start together, and then I want you to just step through on that downswing.
Sure.
There you go, Coach.
Yep.
There you go. So the reason why I think you topped it is because you kept your weight a little too back there, a little too long, right?
Yep.
And I love that you brought up the Tom Watson. Love that drill. But for me, when I was learning it, I always had better
Sure.
results when I had my feet together,
Yeah.
and then I stepped through because I could really
love it.
feel that weight transferring through. But everyone, hopefully y'all learned something here today. One of these drills or concepts that we talked about will help you out, whether it's the club has loft, you're standing up, your ball position's not in the correct spot, or you're just not transferring your weight properly. You're gonna learn something here, and you're gonna be able to hit that golf ball in the air. We're not saying it's going straight yet, but maybe in the future we'll talk about that. Coach.
Yeah, we gave you a lot today. If you want to give us a follow or subscribe, click the button below. We give you a lot of great content. If you want to book a lesson, reach out to us.
We'll see y'all next time.